thoughts on this one? All right, welcome to another edition of Octagon Thoughts. I got my guy Jake here with me right now, and we're going to break down TJ Dillashaw, former champ, EPO champ. He tried to go down 125, get the second belt. He got busted for drugs. He was on that EPO, 2-year suspension, and then these two were supposed to fight in the winter, but he got in March, I believe, and he got a bad cut on his eye. It's been moved back. July 24th, we got TJ Dillashaw versus former training partner Cory Sandhagen. This matchup's amazing. The winner will be fighting the winner of Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan rematch. It should be a really good fight. Jake, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Barn burner. First thought, barn burner. This is going to be an excellent fight. This has potential, maybe I think, to be like one of the fights of the year, especially because it's a little bit closer to the summertime. It's in July. It's in 2 weeks. I feel like a lot of the big fights, a lot of the good fights happen in it's either at the start of the year, like January, February, or it's smack dead middle of the summer. So I feel like just the timing of this fight's good. I love the matchup. Me and you were just talking about it off air a little bit. Dillashaw is an interesting one, man, because everybody's going to point to the EPOs. Were they helping? Which anybody that's a scientist or has listened to somebody talk about the situation knows that EPOs definitely do help. They definitely do help recovery time. They definitely help prevent injuries. They increase oxygen intake, so they help your cardio. So it's going to be interesting to see what this guy's like not having taken those, because we don't know how long he was actually doing that for. And there's been reports that he's been doing it forever. So it's going to be interesting to see his first fight back. It's going to be something that's on everybody's mind. I think it's going to be the topic of conversation going into the fight. And it might take away from the fight a little bit. But I think once the guys get in the octagon, we're going to see an absolute slugfest. We know what Cory Sandhagen is. He's an excellent, excellent striker, one of the best in the division. We know what Dillashaw is. He's an absolute beast, monster. I have a hard time picking a winner in this one. I don't really know how this fight's going to go because there's so many different ways it could go. We could see a straight-up striking match, which you think, and I definitely think kind of now that we've talked about it, Sandhagen probably has the advantage on. On the mat, I would say Dillashaw is definitely the better of the wrestlers, but we don't know what type of jiu-jitsu Dillashaw really has. So does he really have an advantage? Does he really just want to go and pin Sandhagen down and kind of ground and pound him out? I don't know. That doesn't really seem too much like the type of fighter TJ is right now. TJ likes to get into those big brawl him out fights all of a sudden. And Sandhagen could finish him, but I can't make a prediction yet. I have no idea which way this fight's going to go. I just know I think it's going to be a top 5 to 7 fight of the year.
Bold prediction. That's some high stakes, high predictions in this one. I love Sandhagen in this one, and not so much because of the Dillashaw EPO troubles and him being off for 2 years, but more so just how high of regard I hold Sandhagen in. I think Israel Adesanya, after that, I think there's a serious conversation that Cory Sandhagen is one of the most gifted technical strikers in the UFC today. That knee against Edgar, that was polarizing. That was insane. The way he set that up, and he made it look so effortless, and he knew it the second. It was planned. He set the trap, and he went right for it. There's no question about it. He knew it. He walked away. He didn't have to look. He knew what he had done. And then you just look at all his performances before that. He's trouble for the whole division, I think. His size, his reach, just the way he uses his kicks, his knees, everything. He's just so technically sound. In the one fight that we saw him have trouble against Aljamain Sterling, it was over before it started. He just got backpacked so fast. He got caught up on the fence, and he didn't know how to defend the choke there, and it just happened so quick. He was done before it really started in that one, and I think he's learned so much from that. He's with Team Elevation in Denver, I believe. So, and him and Dillashaw used to be training partners. I think just the size difference is going to cause a lot of trouble for TJ. The winner of this is going to fight for the title, which I think will be a hell of a matchup too. I'm guessing we'll end up seeing Peter Yan versus Cory Sandhagen, which is one a lot of people want for a long time because two excellent strikers in the UFC, and they match up very vastly different. And I think that'd be a 5-round slobber knocker of a matchup, fight of the year potential in 2022. So I like Sandhagen a lot in this one. I don't know if he can get Dillashaw out of there or not, because Dillashaw is tough. Outside of that Cejudo fight, he's a very tough customer. So I think Sandhagen either outpoints him or finds a finish in there. It should be a hell of a fight. So it sounds like you're unsure on who you're picking. You got any prediction?
I think the fight's going to go the distance. That's as far as I'm going to say. I think the fight definitely goes the distance. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Sandhagen is an absolute beast, but he would have to catch him in one of those traps like you just mentioned there where he set something up and it caught TJ by surprise. Because I don't think TJ is going to make the same mistake that he made against Cejudo where he kind of like gassed himself and then got knocked out. So I don't know, but I think Sandhagen, everything you said, Sandhagen has the reach. He definitely has the better technical ability. He probably has the more power of the two. So it's tough to say, but I never want to count out TJ. As much as TJ is a cheater and he's a fraud and, you know, he's a snake
in the grass
and all of that stuff, TJ is an excellent fighter, right? And TJ's made leaps and bounds progression as a fighter since I've been watching. I remember when TJ like first started out and I actually hated TJ, but as he started to fight, like I hated him, but I respected him so much because every time he got in the octagon, he improved, and he ended up becoming champ doing that. Whether the EPOs were a part of that, I'm not a scientist, so I can't really tell you, but I think Dillashaw is definitely going to come in there battle ready, and he's not just going to get cleaned out of there, and it's just going to be an easy fight for Sandhagen.
Yeah, I'll call my prediction right now. I think walk-in knee against the cage, Cory Sandhagen knocks him out. I think the size difference will be too much. I'll call it walk-in knee. Cory Sandhagen is going to knock out TJ Dillashaw. Clip it. Let's go. Check out Twitter down below at Octagon. This is Mayflower Sports. Subscribe down below. Check out more of our videos.